obviously the bubble is the bubble. It's happening. It's locked in stone. We have the schedules. Pretty much. I'm sorry. Nah, keep it with the P's. I need to get my pop filter. But pretty much, we see that, over the course of about 2 weeks, we're going to get an insane amount of basketball games, every day, all day long. How do you think this experiment will work out, and who do you think will win the title?
Man, I don't know. I think we're going to see some of the worst basketball we've ever seen, first of all.
Really? Really?
Man.
Now, do you say that from a defensive perspective, or do you say that in general?
No, just in general, because,
Okay.
you take guys took 4 months off, and then you come in and it's supposed to have, it's going to be some bad basketball, and I'm really afraid of injuries, too.
Yeah, likewise.
Just throwing guys out there, and then they supposed to be playing in championship form. I just think it's going to be, it may end well, but I don't think it's going to start well. I think it's going to be ugly, and then eventually guys are getting routine and could eventually, fall in place. And I don't know. I look at a few teams that maybe have a chance to really do their thing. But I'm really concerned about just the individuals, honestly.
I have a better question for you, because obviously that's like so broad, because who knows, like nobody knows even what anybody looks like. You don't even know the guys are in shape. But
yeah, but that don't mean you can't
real
see.
quick,
That don't mean you can't say who you think can win the title.
Hold on.
No.
The question that I do want to ask you is, do you think there are any teams that this?
Hold on, but did he say who he think was gonna win the title?
No, he said you don't know.
Come on, pick somebody. Stop that. I don't want to hear that. Don't come on. This is the show for hot takes, Rashad. We need a hot take. Come on.
You want a hot take? So
let's go.
I think the Clippers are gonna win it.
Okay, I love that.
Fair.
I love that.
Do you?
The comment section won't, but I love that.
Do you have any teams or teams that you think that this whole style, this whole whatever it is, will benefit? I think that maybe younger teams, a team that's younger can maybe catch some teams off guard. Just go out there, play fast, and run up and down the court and score some points. So are there any teams that you think this style could possibly benefit, and they can maybe do some things that they wouldn't normally do under normal circumstances?
I like the Raptors. I think the Raptors could really will really benefit from this hiatus, just because they won it last year. Obviously they had Kawhi, but still a really, really good team, well coached. I think they're going to be a tough out. They got some really good players, obviously, and Milwaukee as well. So Milwaukee and Toronto are going to be the two teams that could really. I wouldn't be surprised if they win it. The whole thing.
Are there any lesser teams that you don't think maybe could win it, but you think could make a run for it due to what's going on?
I really don't. Maybe the Memphis Grizzlies. It sounds funny because obviously they put the schedule where they don't want the Grizzlies to make it. They want Zion in the
now
the
wait a minute. Well, okay, look, I will only say this. This is my only defense of the NBA in this particular instance. The Grizzlies were supposed to have a tougher schedule to end the season. The Pelicans were supposed to have literally, I think it was like either the first or the second easiest schedule to finish the season.
Correct.
So if you're the NBA, you can't punish the Pelicans because COVID happened. You have to still give them the same and equal amount of opportunity that they would have had to have made it before, based on the strength of their schedule. Now, the one thing I will say is Memphis was banged up and very, very injured.
And
they are a team that is healthy now. So Ja, I don't want no excuses. Big Ja, you said fuck 12. You better go out there. You better play, or 12 gonna be on your ass. 12 gonna be saying fuck Ja.
You had Justice Winslow, who was hurt. I don't even know what he was hurt with, but he's back now. I think Jonas.
He was also extremely out of shape this season. They said that he was overweight and he didn't look the same because he was overweight. Yes, exactly. Because they said he came in, he was looking a little overweight, wasn't looking the same, and then he got injured. Bye. So I think I've seen, and don't get me wrong, I've seen the Grizzlies this year in person. I've seen Ja Morant in person. I've seen him up close, been in the Grizzlies locker room, all of that. And from the game that I saw, even though Ja didn't even score like 35 or 40, whatever, I literally think that kid is going to be one of the 10 greatest point guards to ever play basketball. Based off what I saw in that one game. Because Kawhi was out there on the floor, and he didn't care. Usually when Kawhi's out there, especially the younger guys, they always tend to, they don't want to go at him. Like him, Anthony Simons, and Shake Milton legit looked at Kawhi and was like, whatever, I don't care. And that I can respect because he still went out there in that game and balled. And they were also on the second night of a back-to-back, and he didn't even warm up.
That's what you can do when you're 19.
I mean, I agree, but he said he's a point guard. I believe him after seeing him in person. I genuinely believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, Ja's gonna be a special player until the day he hangs it up. You can believe that.
Yeah. So, which team do you think will surprise people in terms of obviously I feel like now more than ever things are about as even as you can get. As most parity as you can probably get in these instances, especially even when you consider the fact that, you know, players are testing positive for coronavirus on different things. DeAndre Jordan and Spencer Dinwiddie both tested positive for coronavirus, according to Woj. Yeah. DeAndre Jordan opted out. Spencer Dinwiddie, is still unclear. So there's a lot of teams, including the Wizards, have the opportunity to make the playoffs now. What teams do you think that this AAU style of kind of everything that's going on is going to lend better to bad teams, or do you think that the teams that have been good will continue to be as good as they were before all of this?
Yeah, I don't think nobody's creeping up on anybody. All the bad teams aren't really playing. So I don't see a team just creeping up and it's like, oh wow, look at this team. I just think they're all evenly matched right now. Like I said, I think that the Eastern Conference is going to be better than what people would have thought they would be before the stoppage. So Boston's going to be really good. They got young talent. Kemba.
What do you think about Boston's young talent, actually? Because I'm a person that is not a believer of their. I'm a believer in Tatum, but I'm not a believer in anybody else on that team. What do you see as their potential ceiling this season?
Just because they're young, So when you speak about youth, you look at, Tatum and Jaylen Brown is, two hybrid forwards that give teams fits when you play against them. They're well coached. Brad Stevens knows what he's doing. Marcus Smart, plays at a high level. I think he tested positive for the coronavirus as well. So it's just a weird time to try to predict what players are going to do what, because we really haven't seen them. But my estimation, I do think that the Celtics are probably be the team with the youth that shows in their bench.